What's up, crypto gang? Welcome back to another episode. If you guys are new here, we do a giveaway at the beginning of every single episode, and today's winner is Mark Ippolito. Thanks so much for commenting on the previous video, Mark. I just sent you some crypto. On this episode, we are going to be going over Metahash. Metahash is a very cool new project that has developed this new concept called forging that is very similar to what I've done in the past with masternodes as well as mining videos. So I wanted to dive in a little bit, show you guys how to set up with forging and how to get it going on your desktop. As a quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video, but Metahash is doing a campaign on Grow Your Base as part of my series where I am reviewing projects that are doing campaigns on Grow Your Base. Also shout out to Ian Bellina, who is a 100x advisor for Metahash, and this is some of his swag here that I'm also going to be putting a link to in the description below. So Metahash as a whole is comprised of 4 different key components. The first one is Trace Chain that allows them to do 50,000 transactions per second. The next one is Meta Apps, and this concept is where people are building decentralized applications on top of this network. The third ingredient is Metagate, which is effectively the visualization of the network. It is a wallet that you can download on your desktop, and that's where you can access all of the Meta apps, and you can also access the forging. The last and very key ingredient is the incentivized mechanism, which is the Metahash coin, or MHC. There's a lot to cover here out of the 4 components, so I wanted to boil everything down in the most simplistic way possible. To put this speed into perspective, Bitcoin, the average transaction per second is about 12, and then with Ethereum, you're looking at between 15 and 30 transactions per second. First connected with the Metahash team at Bitcoin Miami in January of this year. We sat down and we talked about that actual number of 50,000 transactions per second, because it is quite mind-blowing when you have companies out there like EOS that are claiming that they're doing, millions of transactions per second, but that sacrifices a lot of the centralization of that project when they have their block producers. And when it comes to the Meta apps that are being built on top of the network, a really cool component that they're adding in is that people in the community can actually vote for those applications to be approved. And once the apps are approved by the users, the applications can be shown on the Metagate wallet. So if you look at this like layers of cake, it is basically the trace chain on the bottom layer. You have your Metagate that is the visualization to interact with the network. Then you have your Meta apps that are on top of the network itself that you can visualize through the Metagate wallet. And then on top of that, you have the token that operates all across the entire network to help align incentives and get people getting rewards and get the network moving. The lawn care guys going nuts over here. One of the most standout features, in my opinion, of Metahash, other than the forging concept that I'm about to show you guys, is that you can actually convert your ERC20 and your Ethereum-based tokens onto the Metahash network. So there is interoperability between Metahash and Ethereum, which is really exciting for a lot of different projects out there. And the last and final bit that I'm going to mention before I dive into the demo of forging is that the Metahash network is actually anchoring to Bitcoin and Ethereum's blockchain. And that's actually a security measure. So in the event that anything were to happen, then they're basically anchored to the 2 biggest networks out there. So those people that were trying to attack the Metahash network would have to attack both of those networks in order to breach the Metahash network, which is a very smart tactic to start. And they did say that they are going to move away from that as they grow into themselves as their own network with their own users and growing up that user base. But to start, it's a very smart security measure. So without further ado, let's dive into the setup of forging using the Metagate wallet, so you guys get a chance to check out what it's like to start forging and getting rewards with the Metahash token. So let's dive right into it. All right, so after you've signed up and you've gone through their terms of service and you've entered in your email and you've set your password, and they drop you onto the Meta apps page. So you can see here we have news, wallet, the forging, and the testnet, because I was actually on the testnet before the mainnet release. You can monitor the network. They have a bounty program. You can see their dev portal. But what I'm going to go through now, and you can also see some of the applications that they have, and I'm going to go through the forging setup process. So let's go ahead and click Meta Forging and Metagate Forging. Once you are on the Metagate Forging screen, you can see here that I have 2 wallets set up. One was actually when I was first signing up, and then this is the one that I put the Metahash tokens into it so that we can start the forging process. It does require 100 of these tokens to begin. So we're going to select this, and it will take us to the wallet statistics, and we're going to click our Start Forging. Are you sure you want to start forging? Yes. And it is that easy. After you have clicked the Start Forging process with your balance in a certain wallet that you want to start the forging process with, you can see here that you must be online for more than 4 hours of the day, and that will give you the percentage of the rewards. As you can see here, the percent of the day will go through, and we will get our rewards as we are participating in the network. So very, very cool concept, and it actually gives you a estimated amount of rewards you will get while you are forging throughout the day. So very cool to participate in the network. In addition to the meta forging from this screen, you can actually also go to server forging as well as coin delegation. So I did hear from Ian Bellina that the coin delegation part is a lot more exciting and profitable. So let's go check that out right now. And you can see here that it has multiple servers. There is a total of 139 online right now, and you can go through and select which ones you'd like to connect to, which ones you want to allocate coins to. So let's go ahead and just get a filter going, and it looks like we can do the servers that are recommended, below hard cap, or just show all balance. Let's just do the recommended, and I'm going to select Satoshi Metamoto here. And you can check out that the trust out of 1.0 is about 0.22, a 3 out of 5 rating, and the seed capital that have been put into this, so people that have allocated coins to this, is about 124,000 Metahash coin, which is pretty decent for like seed capital for just a server that they're running, which is pretty cool. They have their node version, which is 1.4. After scrolling down here, I found one that is Nexo official, and it looks like they have a pretty decent allocation here, 100%, and they look really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect to these guys. Let's delegate. So once you have selected the server itself that you want to delegate your tokens to, there is a minimum, so you need to have at least, I think it's 510. So we're going to do 520 Metahash coins, and we're going to sign and send. You can see it's forging, so we're sending, and the coin delegation is complete. So we have completely allocated a little over 500 Metahash coins to the Nexo official, and we have delegated our tokens to them. So very cool, easy to follow, easy to get started with, to get involved in a server and start forging. From your main wallet here, you can see I had the testnet wallet here, and then my main Metahash token wallet. And from here, you can go back to Meta Apps, and you can go to the main dashboard here. You can add your Dapp, and you can play around with the various different games. There's Super Mario that's up. You have Floppy Bird, and a lot of really cool new applications being built by developers. That is it for my overview of setting up forging on the Metahash Metagate wallet, and it is a very exciting network because being able to transact 100,000 transactions per second per node in a network is huge. So for speed, you have 100,000 transactions per node per second, you have up to 5 billion transactions per day, and under a 3-second confirmation time. So for reliability, they're leveraging 5 different consensus algorithms, and like I was saying earlier, they're actually anchoring to Bitcoin and Ethereum's blockchain to allow for that reliability and that security, because if they're anchored to the 2 biggest blockchains in the world, it would take billions of dollars for someone to attack the Metahash network. And the last being blockchain interoperability. As you can see from the channel and previous videos, I'm a big fan of interoperability. I think that's where a lot of things are moving, and it's important to include a lot of really good networks under one roof. And when you can convert any different asset into Metahash tokens, that is a very powerful concept. So you can send all of your Ethereum tokens to your Metahash wallet. You can send them and convert them if you want to on the Metagate wallet. So very, very cool concept. And I love the idea behind the forging, because not only is forging a cool word, but the idea of participating in a network that can transact 50,000 transactions per second, that's truly decentralized because it is peer-to-peer, as someone's managing a node and they're managing their their transactions. It's a very powerful concept. As you guys can tell from my previous series about masternodes, I'm a big fan of proof of stake, and I do believe that that is a very good first step into fully decentralized networks where people are managing the transactions themselves and helping out and putting skin in the game. So that is it for this overview. I hope you guys like it. If you did, don't forget to check out their Grow Your Base campaign below, and also all the links to Ian Bellina's merch as well as the Metagate website and the forging capabilities will be in the description below. And if you like this video, slap a like. If you guys are new here, do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.